Hey everybody, Pepper Chronicles here. Thought I'd do a quick update. It's been a while since I did an update of my plant progress. And for the most part, things are going pretty well. I do have a few plants that are yellowing up a little bit. Like you can see this Carolina Reaper here. Look at that. I don't know. I don't know what's causing that. I'm trying to not over care for these plants, but I just don't know if it's not getting enough light or the right kind of light. Not really sure. But just to show you real quick, if I can pick this up. I don't know if you can see it here, but when this was still in the seed tray, it had a little tiny plant growing next to it, which is another Reaper, and I clipped it down to the soil level, and for some reason it grew back. And I thought it was part of this plant here, actually, and it's not. It's actually a separate tiny little pepper. And of course, my camera work is really bad right now. I'm sorry about that. Maybe you'll be able to see it better if I get it in some light here. But anyway, that's a little plant there, and that actually looks pretty good and green, but it's so small. So I'm wondering if I should just, because the leaves look so bad, do I leave it alone and wait and see what happens, or do I hack the big plant down and see what the little one does? I wonder if some of you more experienced growers could let me know. I'm leaning towards just leaving it alone and seeing what happens, because I do have a new light coming, a new stronger, it's an LED light coming that I'll be doing a video on shortly after I get it, and I'll also be posting progress videos and see if that light does better than what I've got going on here. And a couple of things I've learned about these plants is you can have a tendency to try to overcare for them, which I know I've done, and I've tried not to, and I still, sometimes you just can't help yourself. But for the most part, things are looking alright. I kind of wonder if I didn't plant these a little too early, because I'm running into an issue of not having enough space, and leaves, the plants are getting large enough where they're kind of competing for light and whatnot. But I think a lot of that will be remedied once my new light gets in here. So, I also did some trimming on some leaves, and you can see not only am I having some leaves turn yellow, but some leaves are just looking downright deformed and like they were exposed to radiation or something, just looking all wonky. Look at that one right back there. I believe that's a peach habalokia. But it's got some crazy looking growth on it. Some of the leaves look pretty bubbly and contorted. I'm really trying hard not to overwater, and I think for the most part I'm doing a decent job with that. But all in all, I'd say things are looking good. Right now, just sitting out here under lights, I've got, I just counted them, I've got 54 different plants going here. All different kinds of strains. I've got them, and they're all in various stages of development, as you can see. Some are a lot bigger than others. Like this one in the white pot here is a yellow brain strain that I almost killed when it was in the solo cup, so I had to kind of do a transplant on it and put it in a little bigger cup, and it's looking pretty good, even though the leaves are kind of wavy and not really uniform looking. It's got a great color of green on it, and it appears to be healthy to me. So, and then I just pulled a couple of these out yesterday from the germination tray. That's an ahi ponca there, finally, and another one, and then this white boot down here. I don't know if the color's showing up well, but I'm not sure if those are dead or not. They haven't been doing anything, and they look kind of pale. So I'm just kind of wondering what's going on with those. I'm going to let them go and see what's up. Here's an ahi mix that I got from Todd that I decided to go ahead and plant. And I've got more plants, or more things going on in the germination tray here, which a lot of these peppers here are not going to be for me. They're for a couple of friends and stuff asked me to start them some peppers. So I've got mostly just a bunch of non-Superhots going in here. Like the front row there, I got actually that's the front row there. There's some chili tepins going, and I'm going to give to my buddy Big Jack because he's really excited. That's probably his favorite pepper is the chili tepin, so I've got those going. And in the larger Jiffy pots, which I am absolutely not a fan of, I like sticking with the smaller ones, and I'll tell you why. I don't know if you can see on the camera, but you can see how much more compacted that looks compared to, say, one of the smaller Jiffy pots there. Just for some reason, I just had a heck of a time. I actually had plants that were starting to germinate die on me while they were still in the, hadn't quite, they had hooked, but they hadn't started to come out straight yet. And I just think I had such a hard time with the moisture levels on it. They either dried out or got overwatered or something, and they just stopped growing and died. So anyways, I'll never go back to actually, I had to use some of these because I planted so many seeds. All I had left was some of the larger Jiffy pots, so I decided to use them. And as sort of an experiment, I took and cut some of the bigger ones in half, so that, in hopes that maybe I can, be able to manage the water level a little better, a little easier. But anyways, these were just put in this tray. All these seeds were put in this tray on the 25th. So that's been about, 8-9 days ago. And I'm kind of limited in space here with the condition, or within relation to my plants and the available light I've got that's working. As you can see, I've got this janky setup here temporarily until my bigger light comes in, just to give plants enough light. So I'm going to have to completely rearrange all my plants, because I think some of them are getting to the point where I'm going to have to pot them up. I don't know. I'm not sure if they get root bound, if that's going to hurt them on later in life, or if I can, because here we are, it's early in the morning, just after midnight on the 6th of March, and I have to wait until, at the very earliest, first week of May to even begin to think about starting to take these outside. So I've got some decisions to make here. I really don't know. But all in all, I say things are looking good. I'm having fun with this, definitely. The rocks that I used in my humidification tray, which, by the way, did not work worth a shit, to be honest. That didn't raise the humidity at all, really. So I'm going to just have to completely redo this whole setup, and the next video, I think things won't look so disorganized and haphazard. But anyway, if anyone has any tips on the yellowing of my leaves here, especially on my Carolina Reaper, which I definitely want to keep that thing alive, y'all chime in and let me know. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Later.